I was like, so what's wrong with the car, babe?
That's what's wrong.
That's what's wrong with it? What are you talking about? Hey everyone, this is Eric back with All Replay, and back on this 2008 Dodge Nitro. Gonna look at cleaning the map sensor. I stopped by one of my buddies. He works at a transmission shop, and told him they still have a rough idle, and he told me, oh, take a look at the map sensor. So let's go through the process of what it takes to get to it. All right, so a little dark, but maybe able to see. The idler pulley has a 15 millimeter bolt on it. That'll take the serpentine belt off. Then there are 3 bolts for the AC compressor. There's one back here, there's one there, and there's one here. Then we can move the AC compressor out the way. And then we have to take this red tab, lift it up, take the electrical connector out, and there's a bolt holding the map sensor. This is the map sensor to the actual intake, and that's a 9/32. So once you move that, comes out, it has some mass airfoil cleaner. Go ahead and clean it up and go from there. All right, well, it's gonna be a little dark, but I got a 15 millimeter. I'm gonna put it on this idler pulley down here, and we're gonna rotate it clockwise to get this serpentine belt off of the AC compressor. And we're just gonna let that hang right there. So I got that belt off, and this is a good time to check, make sure that all your pulleys are, you know, loose, and they should spin freely. So now we're gonna work on getting these bolts out for the actual AC compressor. All right, so there's one on the side here. See, that's a 15 or not. Okay, the bolt on this very back side of the AC compressor is a 13 millimeter. So let's go ahead and crank that one off. Let's see. It's not very tight on there. All right, so this 13 millimeter bolt is coming out. It's about that long. So now we're gonna move to the one that's on the side right here. All right, this bolt right here is a 15 millimeter. Go ahead, break that loose. And take that out the way. I missed the old mass airflow sensors that were like right here in the air intake tube. The good old days. This one is a little bit difficult to get to. You gotta remove the AC compressor, but that's what you gotta do. So this bolt's coming out. All right, and then the next one will be the actual one that's next to this bracket with that alternator. So you go ahead and get this one out the way. Now let's work on this 15 millimeter. And break this loose. This one's gonna be kind of long. All right, get this out the way. All right, taking this one out. All right, now we're gonna wiggle this AC compressor out the way, slowly but surely, so we get to that 9/32. Oh. And basically, it's gonna set to the side. I'm gonna have to pry up on this a little bit. There we go. Just take something to get out the way. I wonder if I could get to it from here. There we go. Now we can get to that 9/32 bolt that's in there. All right, so I got a 9/32 with a long extension to the 3/8 ratchet. So go ahead and break this loose. I don't get in the way of the camera. Basically, you got to take this off, and then there's like a little set thing on the opposite side. So let me work this way out, and let me go ahead and take this tab out before we get that sensor all the way out there. All right, so what we want to do is just take a flat screwdriver and just lift up on this red tab here. It's kind of like our safety tab. Get that out the way. And then let's look at, I guess, taking this electrical connector out. I should be able to squeeze this and it should come off. Work on that a little bit. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and remove it so I can get better access to it. I'm gonna have to go ahead and take it out. Go ahead and reverse this back, get this out of the way. So I can grab this screw down here. It's not yet. All right, got the screw out, so I'm gonna go ahead and gently pull this out of the intake housing back here. Should pop out. Good God, why is this so tight? All right, so I was able to snake it past that. That's the engine temperature sensor that's next to it. So let me see about getting this connector off. So it looks like what you can do, you could take a little screwdriver right in this part right here and probably lift this tab up, I think that'll come out. And then this connector will come out. Let's try that. There we go. Now it's off. So that's your map sensor. So I'm going to clean it real quick. All right, so I got my mass airflow sensor cleaner. This is a must. Do not use carburetor cleaner or intake cleaner. You have to use this. And from what he said, go ahead and use a Q-tip. So I'm going to spray some here and then just kind of clean out the inside of this and be gentle not to put any pressure on it. I definitely want to just clean around here and get any gunk out of it. I'm gonna probably spray inside of there too, but we're just gonna get it real clean. You know, see, that helps it. Do that, spray it out on the inside. So go ahead, clean it, then we're going to reverse putting it back. So if you had to replace one, I'll put up the engine code for it, and then you just replace it, you know, and go from there. All right, so I've cleaned it with Q-tip. I even sprayed it here. One more good time to get it all clean. Then we're going to put it back in. So I've already got the sensor back in with a screw. Went ahead and plugged this connector back in, pushed this red tab back down. I went ahead and slid this back on, and it's good to wiggle it and get the boat started here. So you can go ahead and get the other side and just hand tighten it till it gets started on the very back side here. And before you tighten that one bolt that's on this side here, I would go ahead and start this one and start the one back here. So you get them all started kind of the same time, then tighten them. All right, so I got the belt back on. The AC compressor is all bolted down, and this sensor's plugged in. And you want to make sure that you do not have your wrench on that serpentine idler pulley. Make sure that is off. Make sure all these, you know, belts are on the actual pulley. You know, before you go starting it and route it the right way. Should have good tension on it. And then you can crank it up and see. All right, well, we'll catch you on the next one. We're gonna see how this runs and I'll let you know. Keep you updated. Thanks for checking in.